Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. I'm the MysteriousJG, and I haven't played in a little while, and my screen just went dim, because I'd been letting this sit here while I prepared my tea. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Tales of Vesperia, and I don't know, it seems as good a place as any, and I may have mentioned this before. I'm getting a real love-hate relationship with this game. People have complained a little bit that I seem to be too negative and down on the game. I like the game in some ways, and in other ways I'm just kind of frustrated with it. I think if I didn't like the things that I like as much as I like them, I would not dislike the things I dislike about the game as much as I dislike them. Does that make sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, take for example... Oh, it's spinning around all over the place. But yeah, this screen right here. I love this screen. I kind of wish the Tales of Vesperia logo itself was a little smaller and not taking up as much of the screen, but I really love this image. You've got this beautiful conception of a fantasy city, totally unrealistic with the big sword-shaped tower with the barrier around it, but it's a nice fantasy image, and you've got Yuri and Rapide. I'm gonna hit the button so that this doesn't skip to, you know, whatever. You got Yuri and Rapide kind of, they're far away from the city, but you can kind of write your own story, narrative behind this. They're like at the end of a long journey returning to the city that they think of as home, but it isn't really home. They're on the outside looking in. And I don't know, this is something really evocative about the image. And yet there's so many things about the game itself that frustrate me. The one commenter who I think is gone, and I'll tend to like agitate at a commenter after they're gone. Probably the most extreme example of this, and for me, is the guy who commented on the first video of Assassin's Creed 4 and said pirates aren't the same as privateers, and I was like riffing on that comment that I got for the entire LP. And the LP went over 100 videos, if I recall correctly. Every single video, I'm like talking about how totally different pirates are from privateers. But no, a guy like, and this was well into the LP, he was like frustrated how mad I am at Yuri. And I think I talked about this in the last video of the last recording session too, but like, you know, he's got good reasons for the things he's doing. You seem to be fixated on the fact that he's killed people, but clearly his motivations, and etc., etc. And I've talked about how this game's like cute, cartoony looks, like butt heads with the subject matter, and not necessarily in a good way. Like there's some pretty dark and serious themes going on in something like, say, Watership Down, and it becomes kind of an interesting piece like that because it's intended for children with the bunny rabbits and the animation, but it's actually talking about some dark things. But this game is just like, no, it kind of undermines the seriousness of the themes it discusses when it presents them with these cute anime characters, in my mind. But the big thing I was trying to get at is, in the last video, Yuri basically set out, once again, taking the world on his own shoulders, something the game does realize, and other characters in the game are critical of Yuri for this, but he's basically decided he needs to go kill Alexei, who, you know, again, thank God we finally have a fucking villain. But he wants to go kill Alexei and kill Estelle. He's going to personally do this because he thinks he has to save the world. And I think in part it's like he doesn't want to stain the souls of his friends. He thinks it's reached the point where Estelle has to die to save the world, and he's going to do it himself. He's like the anti-Titus, actually. He's not only is he willing to let his girlfriend die, but he's like, okay, I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm not going to make anyone else do this. And then, like, you know, what's his face? The Guanping voiced guy's name, Yoder. He's like, what's going on? I want to discuss this with you. And you're just like, I'll fucking stab you. I'll cut your throat right now if you fucking talk to me any further. So yeah, I mean, I think they're going a little overboard sometimes with Yuri and the mood swings. And I even, because it was earlier today, I wrote the description for the last video. That's why I've got the events fresh in my mind. But it was like, suppressing a murder boner? Yeah, like you get the impression that like Yuri starts to feel stirring in his pants every time the opportunity to justifiably kill someone comes up. I don't know. One thing I wanted to do in this video And maybe it's silly. I don't know if people like it when I do this or hate it when I do this, but I'm going to go back to the synopsis of the story. I don't remember exactly where we were last time I did this, so I might have skipped a few, or I might be reading a few that we've already seen. But the last time, I'm pretty sure we were caught up in reading the chronology to the point where, as far back as this was, that we had actually faced off with the giant chicken monster who we're meant to be taking seriously. The one that Judith was trying to contact by codec. Yeah. So a wicked showdown. Don Yeager broke down. No. The bird of the desert. The dragon Baul. The truth of the full moon child. Pharaoh. Yeah, that's it. So I think cool. 91 of 100. So there's like 20 of these. But I think we were about here with needing to actually get caught up. Maybe we did a little bit more. But yeah, I'm going to read a few of these now. And if you don't want to follow along, then this is your invitation right now to skip either ahead in this video or skip to the next video, because I'm going to read a bunch of these. Okay. A Critian Guide. Arriving in Osbio earlier this evening, brave Vesperia succeeded in contacting the Critian youth Tort. According to his testimony, the entrance to Miorzo is to be found in Giganto Forest, a land sacred to the Critian people. Located on the western side of the Hipponian continent, control of the forest is apparently in the hands of an unknown force. The guild received an item necessary for entry into Miorzo from Tort, and having promised to rid the Holy Land of its occupiers, are currently en route to the forest. Moving right along. Light was seen flashing from the Hoplon Blaster installed in Giganto Forest today, or Forest Sanctuary, right? With brave Vesperia becoming targets of the devices 3 times as they attempted to enter the area. The attacks caused Estelise to activate her power. And Yuri suffered light injuries when he deflected the second attack using only his sword. Light damage! He succeeded in deactivating the first blaster with an encrypted formula, and is determined to dispatch the second device using the same methods. A Curious Shadow. A gigantic creature resembling a jellyfish appeared in the skies above Gigathor early this morning. The massive creature appeared when Judith rang the bell she carried while standing atop the forest's highest peak. Seeming to cover the very sky with its vastness, the organism is, according to Judith, none other than the city of Miorzo itself. Departing from the forest, brave Vesperia boarded the Fierta and set course for the giant hovering jellyfish. City of Seclusion. Brave Vesperia arrived at Miorzo, a city built upon a colossal floating creature, this morning while aboard the Fierta, which was carried by Baul. So the town's residents were not unkind to the visitors. They did not offer any particular welcome to the outsiders either. Judith's request to meet with the elder of the town was met with the ambiguous response that the group should simply do as they wish. City of Seclusion, by the way. The guild continues in their attempts to seek out the aforementioned elder. Bringer of the Cataclysm. Brave Vesperia met with the elder of Miorzo today and talked with him for quite some time. Over the course of the discussion, the party learned of Estelise's identity as a descendant of the children of the full moon. The powers of those who bear this title, it was revealed, are fated to bring about a calamity that will destroy the world. It's a calamity. The princess was understandably devastated to receive the news. The group is plotting their next move from the house next to the elder's residence, where they are staying at present. 2 go missing. Raven, who accompanied brave Vesperia to Miorzo, has been reported missing since around noon today, as has Princess Estelise. Judging from the recent use of the town's Kines Glacia, the guild assumes their friends have descended to the planet's surface and have left in search of the pair. Witnesses in Mantake report seeing a flash of light far across the desert, which may also point to the use of the Kines Glacia. The Commandant exposed.
Even as the search for Princess continued, brave Vesperia was rocked by the news that Commandant Alexei of the Imperial Knights has been the true mastermind behind all the guild has dealt with so far. Igor also took the opportunity to reveal that the Commandant had taken Estelise with him to Bactia, though why the guild boss should betray Alexei is unclear. With Flint apparently involved in some way as well, the situation has grown decidedly complex. The town is said to have once existed where the shrine of Bactrian now stands, but if so, it was buried deep beneath the sands long ago.
Start running at voices now. Monster versus Mobile Fortress.
Heracles, the mobile fortress of the Imperial Knights, appeared today and did fierce battle with an unidentified monster in the vicinity of the Shrine of Bactrian. Mortally wounded, the creature took refuge within the shrine, and Commandant Alexei descended from Heracles to follow the monster in on foot. Having determined that the princess entered the shrine even prior to Alexei, brave Vesperia are making for Bactrian as well to rescue their friend.
See, I don't really do burp talk well. I do that. Sanctum of the Sublime.
Brave Vesperia entered the Shrine of Bactrian today, close behind Commandant Alexei. They have made Princess Astalisa saber their foremost goal, but were also drawn by their contempt for Alexei's barbaric acts. The Devil Word is divided into a perplexing series of catacombs, but relying on their map, the guild progresses ever closer, to the shrine's innermost regions and the weight princess.
Whew. Death of a captain.
A tremor struck the shrine of Bactrian today, collapsing its inner sanctum, and Captain Schwan of the Imperial Knights lost his life in the tumult. Captain Schwan, who was assumed to be the alter ego of Raven, perished in the process of enabling brave Vesperia to escape, and the guild left the premises, crestfallen at the loss of their former ally. Prior to this tragedy, Alexei left the shrine with Princess Astalisa in tow, using the captain as a shield to make his escape.
The voices are going to get more offensive as I run out of voices. Alexei returns to the Heracles. The mobile fortress Heracles was seen to be on the move toward the Lycian continent late this afternoon. Brave Vesperia gave pursuit with the knowledge that Alexei and Astalisa boarded the fortress following their departure from Bactrian. Meanwhile, Captain Flynn and his brigade have assembled a fleet and taken up the chase by sea, hoping to bring the renegade commandant to justice. Sorry. Search for the engine room. Brave Vesperia succeeded in boarding the marble fortress today, but found no sign of the princess there. The guild was startled when Zagi reappeared suddenly and smashed Heracles' control panel, rendering the fortress inoperable. Deciding that attacking the engine room would be the surest means of stopping the runaway vehicle, the party has moved their search to the inner workings of the fortress. I don't even know what that was. Stopping your juggernaut. Oh man, I really see bottom of the barrel here. Can I recycle any voices? No? The apatheia that served as the source of power to Heracles was destroyed today by brave Vesperia. The engines powering the fortress ceased to function, and the capital, previously in the path of the Juggernaut, was saved as a result. Based on a tip from Jaeger that Alexei had made his way to the capital, the guild is considering the best strategy for entering the city. Now return to the Commandant.
The traitor Alexei made his return to the Imperial capital before noon today. The city's defenses proved no match for the fallen Commandant, who was accompanied by his private force, the Royal Guard. It is unclear what fate Alexei has in store for the princess, and many are concerned for the safety of the citizens' residence as well. Brave Vesperia has hardened their resolve and are preparing to follow Alexei into the capital by approaching from the sky.
The capital enveloped in air.
A dark cloud appeared suddenly above the capital today, knocking a dragon from the sky that flew too near to it. In actuality, the dragon, Baul, carrying brave Vesperia in the Fierta, was struck down by Alexei's formula that uses Astalisa's tremendous power against her will. As luck would have it, the ship came through the crash unscathed, but its passengers were not so fortunate. Forced to put Astalisa's rescue on hold, the guild has dragged itself to nearby Nor in search of treatment for its wounded members.
Northern detour to the capital. Struck by the mobile fortress's recent cannon fire, the roads leading to Inner Elysia from its seashore have become impassable. This has hampered brave Vesperia's return to the capital, but the guild plans to try their luck in crossing the Zofia Rift, a region of the continent's northern sea, which is frozen solid at this time of year. Access to the rift can only be gained by traveling north along a narrow strip of land pinched between Emhead Hill and the sea. sea of ice.
Their sights set on returning to the Empire, brave Vesperia took their first steps into Zofia Rift today. The guild has spotted a massive creature that seems to be hounding them from beneath the ice, and are keeping themselves on constant alert. Having prepared to rescue Esteliz, no matter what the cost, the party will not falter until their goal is achieved.
Oh, man, okay. Man, I had to resort to the Slash voice. Oh, what have we got left? I haven't done the dark voice.
Today, brave Vesperia narrowly defeated the monster that dwells in the sea beneath the ice of Zofia Rift. The creature made skillful use of the airflow to hunt its prey. Carol displayed remarkable tenacity in the battle, defending his companions. Did I already use this voice? Defending his companions who had been put down by the monster, earning their admiration in the process. Oh, I don't know about that. The effort took every ounce of Carol's strength. Though it means further delaying Estelisa's rescue, the party appears to be stopped at Allure, giving the courageous lad some richly deserved rest. Compassion for the Imperials. Their town affected by the disturbances in the capital, dude. Allure's elders open a council to determine the stance the town will take in trying times ahead, brother. The meeting stretched over the hours, dude, but the group adjourned with the following resolution, brothers. All refugees from the capital are to be received with kindness, big man. We will not yield to terrorism or the traitors, dude. Hope you keep abreast of changes in these uncertain times, brother. Oh, Allure is said to be arranging an information exchange with the capital. A noble calling. On the authority of Prince Yoder, the inn at Allure is currently offering up its rooms and services free of charge. These measures were taken to accommodate the refugees arriving daily from the capital. Yeah, according to the prince, a refugee himself, air is running rampant on the streets of the city, making it uninhabitable. It's running wild. Having heard this news, brave Vesperia retired to losing the discussed effect on their rescue mission. Yeah. Going it alone.
Yuri left Allure this evening heading for the capital, determined to rescue Princess Esteliz single-handedly. The young man's solitary action would not seem to have resulted from some decision reached among the members of brave Vesperia. The knights are amassing a force and tied on hold for the purpose of retaking the capital, and regular passage through the fort is currently being severely restricted.
Oh, God. Thank you, Ultimate Warrior, for seeing me through to the end. So there you go, folks. All caught up on the story there. Surely you were totally following the words and not the voices. Oh, yeah, I need some tea after that. Well, there you go, folks. That's a video. No, we're about halfway done with the video, though. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, that was taxing. I don't know how many more videos I got in me after that. So, Tabar gives me immunity and stat boost, but I seem to have learned all of that. I'm not sure that I've got anything to learn with Duty X-Man's weapons here. Begs the question, why isn't he using Dame Nomos? You would think that would have the best stats. It doesn't. Whoa, no, it does. It does by a considerable margin. His physical attack is lowered slightly. A lot of other stuff goes up. His magic attack goes way up, but I don't know if that makes a difference. I guess some of his attacks are considered magical in nature, like maybe Azure Edge and stuff like that. But yeah, that was certainly better than what he was using. Jeez. I always have the 1.5 gold thing equipped on him. This greatly increases luck, which may be connected. He's a vagabond sailor. It may be connected somewhat to stealing success, which is... I probably already had him using the best thing you could have, actually. Yeah, I think the Vagabond Sailor is going to be up for him. A beautiful sword suited for one of solitude. Makes you feel refreshed. What the fuck ever. Haven't messed with your skills in a long-ass time. Don't know if it matters because we don't use you. Minimum damage core. Yeah, I had these equipped on him for a while, and they can be handy only in very specific situations. Like, you're fighting a boss where the secret mission is difficult, but you don't want your characters to kill them off. Can't really think of a lot of other cases where that would be useful to you. So I think I've got all the passive ones boosted on him. Combo plus? Well, unless I actually start equipping this stuff, none of this matters really, but whatever. I mean, unless I start controlling Repeat, which I wasn't planning to. Nothing against Repeat, it just wasn't part of the plan. Oh, super attack, double attack, whatever you call it. Ooh, am I seeing brutal? I don't think I've seen that before. That's right, brutal. None of these, well, Rhinoceros, I guess I just never got around to scanning a Rhinoceros. But I'm sure I've seen it before. Whoa, level 35? Maybe there's like new enemies for this area, because that thing's got 12,000 hit points. The bee is already, the bee has like 780. That's more like what we were dealing with back in the day. Is this a, have I stumbled into a boss fight? Guess you're not alright, Repeat. Ouch. That was not expected. I can't get off an attack. I think that was a boss fight, huh? Well, the game just wanted to punish me for the voices.
And they were never heard from again.
Well, they kind of had that coming, I guess. Wow, that was a surprise. Is that because I got too close to, because Dracky the Dork wants me to head for the woods, but I was gonna check out Dame Noma, or Dame Noma's, the Died on Hold over here. I can't get in. Ah.
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
I have a feeling we're not supposed to actually take them on with just Repeat and Yuri. I think because even if you sneak past them like Solid Snake styles, you can't get into Died on Hold. So I think that's that plot monster from a long time ago. Let's fight this guy and see if he's...
Man, could you be any weaker?
Rhinoceros. Ah. See, it was a pallet. So even the monsters accompanying that boss were palette swaps. Or even not palette swaps. They were... Use your words, JG. They looked like an earlier enemy, but were actually a different type of enemy. So it's kind of weird we didn't get a dialogue there when I fought that monster. But yeah, Koi Woods is where Dracky the Dork wants us to go, and Dracky the Dork is usually knows what's going on. Oh, I made this monster angry.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Once again, I'm vaguely trying to make sure... I know I can't scan all the enemies in the game, but I want to get most of them because I want to unlock a special dialogue.
I'm just getting
Did I break Repeat? Repeat, are you set to like semi-auto or something? No, Repeat's on auto. Repeat should have been attacking. Maybe Repeat thought those enemies were beneath his dignity. Couldn't blame him for that. Koi Woods actually seems rather pleasant other than the monsters. I mean, if you want to just come camp somewhere and be away from the world, which Yuri doesn't really seem to get on that well with the society. Maybe he just wants someplace quiet to be away from people. He and Repeat are getting along okay. And now this is a magical plot point that I don't feel like got resolved way earlier in the game. Estelle, like, collapsed or something from touching this thing, right?
I remember when Estelle ate that Nia fruit. That was quite a face she made.
Back in those days, my desire to murder her was slightly less than it is now.
come to think of it, it's been a long time since we've been on our own, huh, pal?
And Repeat's like, well, what about the time we killed the mayor of Evilburg? And I became your sinful sidekick.
I haven't been feeling like myself, even when I'm fighting. It's like I'm tired all of a sudden.
Yeah, you know, there is something to a man and his dog. It's like Yuri just having a heart-to-heart with Repeat, who basically just wants sausages.
You mind keeping an eye out for a while, Repeat?
No way, I want to sleep first. I'll take second watch.
Go to sleep. My laptop keeps going off. I'm trying to use my laptop clock to know when it's time to split the video. It keeps wanting to go to sleep. It's getting power too. I don't know what that's about. Says Yuri.
Yuri, you...
Oh, are you dreaming, or is your party already caught up with you?
Huh?
Idiot!
I guess they've caught up with you. You just murdered Yuri. I mean, that's like full on. You cracked his skull, and now his brains are flowing out right there.
What the? What? Carol?
Man, his muscles are really trembling. That's how you increase strength. See, I've been trying to get in better shape recently. I've been watching these fitness videos. That's how you increase strength. Just push your muscles a little farther.
You brain-dead piece of crap!
Well, you got that right.
Hey, hold on a sec.
You trying to be some stupid lone wolf or something?
Well, yeah, that's kind of my gimmick, kid. Including the wolf thing. I've got this wolf fixation.
Lone wolf? Wait,
Save the excuses for later.
Huh?
And she fries him.
For now, you can drop dead.
Whoa!
And the grown-ups, who are a little more chill about the whole thing.
Hey there, sunshine. Still living?
I got sunshine on a cloudy day.
Maybe.
Well, it looks like you're awake now. How nice.
And she's gonna punch him.
Jeez, Repeat. What happened to keeping a lookout?
Oh, I assumed that your own party members were okay to come into the camp, but next time I'll know better.
He led us right to you, like a good boy.
Of course, you could have been ravaged by monsters.
He's pretty clever, you know.
He knows which side his bread He knows which side his bread is buttered on.
Yeah, he told us if we came this way, we'd see the biggest fool in the
He
world.
did this by urinating in the shapes of words.
Do you guys know what's going on?
Holmes?
Do you really understand what has to happen after this?
You're the one who doesn't understand!
Big dummy.
Carol.
You can't... This is one thing you can't just do on your own.
Oh, I'm fine with the other people you murdered without involving us, but this is a murder that we all have to participate in.
What were you trying to prove? How far did you think you'd get without us?
Well, he did get his ass pretty much owned by that one monster.
What it boils down to
You
is,
suck.
it's no fair keeping all the fun and glory to yourself.
Would it hurt for you to believe in us a little bit more?
The fun and glory of murdering Estelle?
Yeah, I mean, we're your friends.
Well, that's debatable.
You got me, guys. All right, then. We're all in this together.
We're
Until
all in
the
this
end.
together, you and me. Especially you and me, Raven. We're super tight, the way you betrayed us and all that.
Right. Duh.
So let's go do this thing.
Murder Estelle,
Once
come
we
on.
leave the woods, the capital is just right there.
Repeat is less sinful, more considerate. I don't know why they can't be together. And another scene? Yeah.
A double
Is
stop.
waiting for you.
Knock it off.
We have to make up our minds about
Do we
Estelle.
murder her or not?
From what people who fled from the capital said, it's probably already too late.
Stop it. Don't say that.
I think Yuri has decided where he stands
And he's
already.
definitely in the
How
murder
did you know
camp.
that? You mean the reason he tried to go alone was...
We have to make up our minds, too.
I know what we have to do, but still.
Can't we give her a last cigarette or final meal? Okay, well, looks like there's another super monster back there. We're rapidly approaching the point in the game, I think, where we gotta trap down and kill the Giganto monsters, so... That'll be fun. The nice thing about the Giganto Monsters, this is not a sentence I was expecting to utter when I woke up this morning. The nice thing about the Giganto Monsters is that you don't have the secret missions. I'm finding the secret missions probably meant to make the game fun or give it replay value. And if I wasn't trying to like get as much done in one playthrough as I can for LP purposes, I'd probably... There's a lot of aspects of the game I'm enjoying less because I'm LPing it rather than playing it, quite frankly. It's not the game's fault, but because I'm not willing to just let it go when I don't do a secret mission, quote, that's making the boss fight something that I just like dread. When I see them coming in Draki the Dork's back, I try not to spoil the story, but I can tell when a boss fight's coming based on the way that the text is laid out. I dread it because I'm like, oh man, am I gonna have like 5 deleted? Because I don't usually keep in the fail videos in this LP. I mean, sometimes I'll have a video where plot stuff happened and then I fuck up combat and I'm like, what the hell, keep it. But like if I just have an entire run against a boss where I don't succeed, or I succeed and don't do the secret mission, I've been omitting them. Ugh. But the Giganto Monsters, they're boss fights, you can go all out. I'm not trying to do something on the side before my party members either kill off the boss or the boss kills us. And you can just go out and have a traditional boss fight. It's fun, I like it. That being said, it's time to call it a video here. I don't think I'm going to fight the Giganto Monster this time, because I know I've skipped a couple. I have to go back and get myself some. But I'm going to call it a video here. When we come back, folks, the capital's just ahead. Excuse me. But I believe we do want to go on to Died on Hold. There's this little side quest type of thing that we can do there. And I want to do it. Also, of course, chance to shop. Before we get to the capital, where I believe shit is going to go down in the story. I'm MysteriousJG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll tune in next time for more of Tales of Vesperia. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.